The ego is a formation, not physically, yes, but psychologically. Sometimes it has a physical aspect of it. That's how sometimes tension in the body or stress in the body can be an expression of that. But on an energetic level, the ego is a tight knot. Tight knot. It's a tight knot mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically. It's a tight knot of resistance. Yeah, that's its primary defense strategy. Resistance to what is, avoidance of what is, rejection of what is. It can also be grasping. Yeah. Either way, it's a tightening. And then that tightening has ramifications because then thought activity increases, physical tension increases, emotional disturbance increases, and you have lost your true self, which is simply the eye of awareness. We can call that equanimity. We can call that presence. It's nothing to do with the personality structure. It's everything to do with the energetic relationship or interaction with your direct experience. So understanding the ego process, because it's ongoing, it forms itself in every experience, is primary to really understand what the ego is, not as a thing that you have to get rid of, not as some aspect of your personality that you have to fix or change, and not as something that you have to kill or transcend in order to become more enlightened or spiritual. But a sometimes, in its purest sense, functional aspect of our human experience, our human function, and then 99% of the time non-functional, just appears to be functional, but is actually an impediment. When we see it forming itself over and over again in every experience, then it starts to come undone. So it's not one fell swoop, I'm going to get rid of my ego, or if I have a moment of enlightenment, then it's done, and so on, but rather in the lived, ongoing experience that you're having, wherever you're at. That's the beauty of it. Wherever you're at, that's where you are. That's what is here. That's where the invitation is. You can see. You can start to see. Instead of blindly getting lost in the content, start to see how blindly getting lost in the content creates a tight knot in this moment, in this moment, in this moment. Yeah? You can feel it energetically. You can feel how you tighten, either in the thought, in the heart, in the body. Yeah? And that's your invitation right there. Take a risk, experiment. What happens? What would happen if in this moment, in the midst of that tightness, in the midst of that clenched fist, in the midst of that resistance, you were willing to stop? You were willing to stop. You were willing to meet as relaxed presence, as openness. That's what it is. What's here? And what's here is not really a thought. What's here is an energy. Yeah, everything is energy. It stops being a limited experience or a located experience, here or here or here. But something opens. It's as if energy space expands. And it's, if you like, not located anywhere. An inner space expands. That's relaxed presence. And then what was a problem, what was a tight knot, is no longer. It's not replaced by anything, it's simply a space. And this is an ongoing invitation